Okay, let's go, everybody. Let's start the stream. Today it's a morning stream as I was a little bit free at my home, so I decided to get to the stream. And this time we are going to be playing rapid games. Let's try. Let's see how we can improve ourselves in the rapid section. I'm going to play 10 plus 0. I will be explaining all of my thought process, guys. And yeah, it is going to be a good run. And we are heading towards 2300, so that is going to be a nice road to 2300. Let's see how we can get ourselves close to 2300. Before that, let me fix one thing. So everything is fine now. We can start playing games. So let's start the game now. Wow. Kshitij, do you have a PC, brother? I do not have a PC. Chetan, hello, good morning. Yes, roll number 75. Welcome to the stream, brother. XYZ, welcome. Welcome, everybody. Good morning. I'm playing on my laptop, brother. Let's start 10 plus 0. Okay, we are playing with the black pieces. So let's see what white is going to throw us. D4. Let's start with knight f6. Okay, now you will see the d4 opening more often as before. I think we are fine with this one. Now let's go here. Knight d7. E7. Castle now. Look at his speed, by the way. What the heck is this? Brother, what is this? So he wants to close down my bishop. He seems to be like well prepared. C5 or C6? Or should I just capture? Or should I just go E5? All are viable alternatives. I don't know. Let's just go here. If I goes here, I will give up this square. This is kind of King's Indian setup. My opponent just pay all of the opening. Okay, not a big deal. If I goes here, he can immediately kick out. Let's try to read out this knight this way. Knight f5. Knight f5. Knight g6 is there. Uh, let's go here. Let's try to eliminate this knight. He will capture this bishop. But I'm happy with that. If he's sack, I don't think he's in time because my knight can go there to defend my king side. Let's see. Yes, Kshitij, hello. Yes, brother. What happened? Oh, he did sack that. Check. Let's attack the knight. Oh, where will you move the knight? Very good. And now his idea will be to defend there. Still very hard to position our pieces. If I goes here, I have an idea there. Let's go here. Let's try to get the rook on h8. And then it is the question of was that set sound or not? He wants to go there. That is already defended, by the way. Let's get the rook into the game first of all. He can't go this way. F4 is not there. We just take. What? What is the idea? My knight was protecting g5. And I just need my queen into the attack. If I can bring my queen into the game, that's it. Everything will be over. Let's start by capturing this. Yes, let's go. I can take this. Or should I capture that? Should I go for this check? Or should I just solidify this knight over there? I can take, but then his rook will came into the game, which I don't want to allow. I have an idea. Let's solidify the knight on g5. My knight is well placed. My knight is well placed, and it is on a dark square, so he's going to have a hard time defending that. And now I think he is preparing h4 to attack my knight or win that knight. I can just, okay, I can't take, I can go here. Yeah, let's go this way. Let's go this way. Now if he goes h4, he takes that bishop, and if rook takes, there is rook g1, which will win the queen. Which will win the queen. And I'm ready to play the move queen g8 to get my queen into the game. It should be winning, if I'm not wrong. It should be winning if I'm not wrong. Yeah, let's bring the queen into the game. Rook g8 can be played, but then there is this annoying check, which I don't want to allow, of course. Let's go here. I think he wants to play rook g3. I think he wants to play rook g3. Then I will play the move queen h7 to attack the pawn on h2. And we can quickly bring other rook into the game with rook g8. I think we should be winning. Yeah, let's just go here. Let's attack that pawn. How will you defend? h4 is not working. I think he has to go back with the queen. I think he has to go back with the queen. But then we will play the queen h4. Or maybe even rook g8. It should be winning. We just have to consolidate with other rook. Where should I go? Queen h4? That is actually bishop f3. So how should we prepare ourselves? Queen h4 is very interesting though. No, let's start with rook g8. Queen h4 is not going anywhere. Let's start with rook g8. And now we are threatening to take this bishop, opening up a line of attack on the queen. And the problem is if he takes that with the queen, we will have queen takes h2 mate. So this is a big threat now. This is a big threat. Let's see how he's going to handle this position. You are so close to reach 4,000 subscribers, bro. Yes, brother. I just share everything to your friends and family, and let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. This is a big threat. Knight takes e4. If rook takes e4, we will win the queen. Wow. Great response by my opponent. Great response by my opponent. Now what should I do? There is this move, knight h3, opening up a line of attack on the queen. And then there is knight takes f2. I think we should start with queen h4 now. I think we should start. There is no threat by white. We should start with queen h4 followed by knight s3 to double attack that f2 pawn. Yeah, that seems to be the move. If I goes here immediately, oh, this is immediately is winning, right? We will attack the queen, and if queen moves, there is going to be rook g1 mate. Knight s3 immediately is winning, I guess. If he captures, big deal, we just take. Queen takes, rook takes. This will be easy convert. Yeah, let's go for this. Let's go for this. Maybe he can go there. If he goes this way, then we can win the queen. Yeah, we can win the queen, and queen takes h2 will be there as well. Yeah, it should be winning, completely winning. It should be completely winning. We are attacking the queen. If queen f3, there is rook z1 mate. And if he just takes here, rook takes s3, we have simple queen takes s3, queen takes s3, and rook takes s3. It's winning. Knight f3, brilliant. Rook g1, he misses rook g1 mate. Let's. Oh, why did I miss that? Oh my god. It should be still fine. It should be still fine, maybe. And why I'm just playing like this? How I'm not saying that this rook is defending there, man. I'm getting overexcited again and again. Queen takes h2. King here. Man. Oh man. Still mate. No, no, no. After this, here there is king f1. This is my problem. I always got super excited. This is just equal. This is just equal, man. I should have been careful. It was my game to lose. I gave him enough chance now. Now his king is safe, and my king is like kind of stuck in the corner. If I goes here, simple, there's this king e2, and he's fine. This bishop is bad. Why I'm getting super excited. All of a sudden, all of the white pieces are active. King is going to be on e2. Stupid. I'm the biggest stupid. I have to go for this one. Man, how the heck I'm not saying that rook is defending g1. Knight f3 was there, easy win. Now he's threatening to get in with this move. I can throw this check, king here, and there are no more checks. Rook here, check here. I can hide myself. But then this bishop comes into the game with some check, and I can lose the game. But man, this is always my story. Has been the story. Rook g2, there is this check, which is very annoying. If I go here, there is another check. But then I can drop the bishop back. But that pawn will fall with check then. Let's give it a shot. This is just equal endgame. This is just equal endgame. And he's up on clock, but his pieces are well placed. My bishop is bad. It was completely winning game. Should I try this? Yeah, let's try this one. If you throw this check, I will repeat the position. We are continuously hitting this one, so he has to be careful as well. After this, I have this move. Another check. I have this, but then he can go again. Queen h8 check. Oh, he defend. He wants to win this game, man. And this bishop is like ugliest piece in the game. Oh, can I trap his queen with this move? Rook h2. If rook h3, then this one. Oh, rook h2 suddenly looks very interesting. If you throw this check, I have simple bishop g7. Oh, now rook h2. Isn't his queen trapped? What am I missing after rook h2? If he goes here, then this will fall with check, and somehow I can force him to get the rook. Oh, I think he misses that. I think he missed that. Queen is hanging now. If rook h3, there is queen takes f2 check, and his king can get into the checkmating net. Check. Should I just go here, or should I just take that? The problem in taking is he will take this. What if I just goes here? Is there anything wrong, guys, in this move? I think his queen will still be trapped. I think this is the more More interesting. Yeah. I think his queen is still trapped. This is not a check. His queen is under attack. I think we should trap his queen. Queen g4. Oh man. Why I'm missing these kind of things? He finds an incredible resource. Oh my god. Now there's this check threat. Oh my god. Should have just taken that bishop, man. Stupid, stupid, stupid guy. This, that is this check. King here. And suddenly it looks like he's out of the woods. This, yeah, let's go here. Check, bishop g7. I'm giving him enough chances. Now we are double attacking this. There is always some defense check. At the end of the line, he will take my bishop, man. So let's just go for this one. Yeah, if he takes my queen, I can take his queen and defend the bishop. And if he takes here, then I will take the queen with check. And we activate the bishop. I think he misses the idea. Yeah, my bishop is now defend. Now it is winning. And I will not mess up this time. I will not mess up this time. Let's try to speed up a little bit. Because we are low on time. We are low on time. Still, it is very hard to convert this game. I have the idea of going this way. Double attack. Hmm. Still, it is very hard because of low time. Captures, captures. We can convert this thing. Throw this check. Do this pawn. I think now I have enough defensive setup. I can start pushing this one. His king is cut off entirely. Should be completely winning. Wow. How many ups and downs in this game? How many ups and downs in the game? Incredible. And finally, we are winning this one, man. He would have taken bishop and also you would have rook. Wow, man. You could have taken rook with the queen. The pawn was pinned. Where? Ah, yes, Rishta. Wow. Let's review this game. Man, how many ups and downs? Literally. Oh, man, why is the home server is down? I hope you have enjoyed this game. If you have enjoyed, you can hit that like button. 76 people are watching and there are only 4 likes. Yes, Shrestha, hello, welcome to the stream. I'm challenge you. Story TV, okay, you can send the challenge. I think search.com server is suddenly down. We have to wait for 40 seconds. Queen g8 was the way. Maybe I missed that. Zinmo Shadow. The yes, I can make you mod, but the problem with the mod is the moment I made someone mod, they just disappear from the chat. Hello, sir. What is this? Eco edit. Server is down. Now I think it's fine. Hey, my lovely bro, you still not playing with me? I'm Viru. Okay, you Viru, you can send me a challenge. Thank you, Abhishek. Good game. Thanks very much. सूरज सर्वर भी कंफ्यूज हो गया लगता है. Yeah. Okay, accuracy is not that great. It's just 80. I was completely winning. He sacked the knight, but that was premature sack. G4, G5 was another bad move. Betrayed. Computer is suggesting rook h4 with the idea of going rook h8. Sorry, queen h8. I solidify the knight. We get it is completely winning. Computer just take that. Queen can't take, so rook has to be taking. Then you play the rook g8. And best move is to give up the rook. The best move is to give up the queen, sorry, queen. Because we are hitting the queen, we are hitting this as well. And there is no defensive move. What will you play? You can go here, but then I just take. And again, queen is under attack. Queen takes h2 is mate there. It was so simple. I make it longer by playing knight s3. It is still fine. Knight is mate in 6. But the idea is to get the knight on f8. And now we are attacking that. And he cannot go queen g2. So he has to give up the queen. Just take and attacks the queen rook. Everything is just. But I completely misses the idea that rook g1 is protected by other rook. And white is back into the game. It is just equal now. One bad move and everything is equal. Computer is suggesting rook c1 to attack the bishop. I goes for this one. It was completely a draw. And again, queen c1 is the way to go to attack the bishop and attack the pawn. That was a blunder because we traps the queen. This check is very good, and computer just take that and allow queen takes f8. Oh, sorry, f6. Allow queen takes f6 and look at this. So h6 attacks the queen, and there is no defensive move. Wow, he has to counter attack this. Then we just take this. He takes this with check, takes, and this is easy game. I allow that to go back. Can you believe that queen g5 loses the game? Not loses, but white is back into the game. Rook h1 is winning for black with the idea of checkmate. King has to run suddenly. But now there is this check. If king goes here, then it's mate. King has to go to c3. Then we take this with check, deflecting the bishop because queen is hanging on h8. Uh, Crazy. I should have seen that. I completely missed. I just double attack this. Now he's fine. Now he blunders with this move. I should have taken with this one. Pawn was pain. Bishop is already defended. Yeah. Again, he's back. White is winning. White is winning with this move. Queen is targeted. And if queen moves, he's going to take that bishop, man. I should have just captured the rook. How am I missing so many simple tactics? Now it is losing. Not playing rapid for too long is showing some sign. Now it's just easy, comfortable game. Wow. There was so many ways to win the game on the spot, but I chooses to make it complicated. Okay, now if you guys wants to play, you can send me the challenge. Okay, I heard. Who is this guy? Let's play the game. 2000. So it is going to be a hard game. Let's start with knight f6. 2200 against 2000. Okay, London is on the board. Let's try to get him off guard. Let's try to get him off guard. d5. Let's go d6. Actually, now this is going to be kind of Italian setup. Sorry, Sicilian setup. We can play e6. e4 is there. Let's change the move order. Let's go g6, I guess. Okay, anyway, he was trying to get the London setup, but he has placed the move knight c3, which has its own flaw. That this pawn can only be defended by the move e4. And he will not defend this pawn usually with the move c4. So everything has died. He's stopping this. I like the look of queen b6 here. Let's go queen d6. Let's start with queen d6. Let's precise the queen side pawn. From how many years are you playing? I'm playing from 3.5 years. Okay, now let's go g6 actually to into this bishop, followed by king side castling. We can bring this knight out to d7. And London players usually gets confused when they face these kind of things. When you don't allow them to get his typical structure with e3, d4, c3, bishop d3, knight f3, knight bd2, they will tend to get confused. Okay, now we can pin that knight, but that basically forces our hand with s3 to give up that bishop for the knight. Do we have any other alternative? I don't think so. I don't think we have any other alternative. Let's go for bishop g4. How to achieve 2000 elo? You have to keep pushing continuously, and you have to be patient. Patience. You have the patience, because chess is a game where you lose multiple times and you will feel like everything is over. You should quit chess. Let's trade the bishop. I like the look of knight e5, but then bishop captures. So let's start with knight h5. Let's attack the bishop. Let's attack the bishop. And who can tell me what is the threat? Who can tell me what is the threat? Who can tell me what is the threat? White is suddenly feeling pressure, and there is a tactics on the road to take a free bishop. There is one more move. There is one more move. Yeah, yeah, that's right. Shadow is right. Bishop takes c3. Bishop takes c3. Bishop takes c3. No, no, no. That's not actually a threat. Threat. Bishop takes c3 is no. For the moment, I thought that bishop takes c3 will work, but that's not working. That's of course not working because knight is defending the rook. Initially, I thought that I can play the move bishop takes c3, bc, then rook will be hanging. But rook is defended by the knight as well. So we certainly don't want to give up the bishop for this knight. Let's see if there is anything else. Knight e5 now. That runs into f4 maybe. On the other hand, f4 can be a serious weakening. What about this move? Let's start by castling. Let's castle. That's one thing I lack in every field of my life. Well, I have to ask a silly question. How to build patience when you don't have any? It just comes with experience. Once you get par the above line, once you get above the peak point, or maybe I should say that once you break one, once you break some kind of milestone, then you will feel like I can do this. I can do that. Let's say you lose 200 points and you try to get those rating back in a couple of weeks, and by trying again and again, you get that. Then you will get some confidence that yes, that's just a matter of time. You will get that if you continue playing, if you continue analyzing your game. So these are the things which can help you. Just push yourself, get yourself into the uncomfortable zone. How can I improve my English, bro? My English is so bad. I have no idea, brother. My English is also so bad. I'm just trying to improve myself. Persistence is the key, I understand. Yeah, that's right, Arjun. That's right. Okay, now let's see what he's going to play. We are well above on the clock. I think our position is fine. This knight can go to e5. We can go queen a5 as well. That is also an alternative. This is a huge outpost for our knight as well. Because this knight is on c3, so he will not be easily pushing c3. If I can get my knight there, it will be again a very good. But in order to get a knight over there, we have to spend a lot of move. Okay, he attacks our queen. Queen a5 is not a move. Let's drop this queen back immediately. That move, like one move, it is tiger paper. He see my queen, he attacks my queen, but I can just go queen c7. And this queen has done its job on b6. The job of queen on b6 was to pressure that pawn, but now that pawn is well defended by the rook. So this queen has done its job already. We are going to move this queen anyway. And he helps us by playing knight c4. Okay, now f4. He's going for the attack on the king side. I don't have the move. He stopped knight e5. Makes some sense. I can play now knight b6. Let's offer a knight trade. Let's see where he's going to move the knight. Who is your favorite player of chess? Rook b8, then pawn to b5. Yeah, rook b8, then pawn to b5 is an idea. Let's try to improve our position, then we'll try to get it. My favorite player is Fabiano Caruana. My favorite player is Fabi. Let's see what he's going to play now. I can try to win a pawn, but I really don't want to give this dark square bishop. Because once you fianchetto your dark square bishop on the king side, this bishop will become integral part of your defense. And if I give this up, these dark square will become weak. Not this, because this pawn is protecting, but we have to move this pawn later in the game. So usually you don't want to give this bishop up. Okay, we'll get to that if we get to that. We will get to that if he plays the move knight d. Who can tell me after knight d2 how can win a pawn? Let's see who are paying attention to the stream. Do you also play? Okay, it takes. Do you also play FIDE tournament? If yes, then what is your FIDE rating? I do not have a FIDE rating yet, but I have played some FIDE tournament. Not some, but I have played only one FIDE tournament in which I got a chance to play against only 4 rated players. So I didn't get the rating. I did not get the rating. Okay, now we have to. This is tempting, but then again, this is just one more virus. You are not going to get anything. Although this check looks interesting, but again, I want to keep this check alive for some rainy day. For some rainy day. Okay, I think we should go for b8 and b5 idea. I'm not saying there is any other better move. So in the absence of the good move, knight f5. Try to bring this knight back into the game, but f5. Yeah, let's try to bring this knight back into the game first. Try to tie the hands of this knight and the queen. Okay, e5 is never really a problem. That actually helps us because then this check. No, I don't want to throw that check away. Let's start with knight d7, double attacking this pawn. These two pawns look scary. White has the semi-open f file as well, so I have to be careful. Can you play blindfold chess? Yeah, I can play blindfold chess against 14, 1500, 1600. I am 1400. How much time it can take to reach 2000? It depends on your devotion. If you study chess for 6 hours every day, you can get to 2000 in like 8 to 9 months. Okay, that is again very good move. If I respond to this move, we will just capture it. I like the look of knight f6 now. This is interesting as well. Yeah, let's go knight f6 back now. If he captures, we have rook takes f7, not a big deal. And we will try to double attack this pawn somehow now. c4, knight g3, c4, knight g3. Rook h5 is mate, but there is Rook to go there. No. Akash point, it will take so much time to reach 2000 because after 1800 rating, games become so hard. Yeah. If you are 1400, it will take you like, uh, what should I say? Maybe 1.5 years. Because the moment I was 1600, it took me 1 year to reach. The moment I was 1500, it took me 1 year to reach 2000 because I was playing every time. I was playing, studying, watching GM games. I was doing a lot of things when I was 1500. So it took me like 1 year to reach 2000 from 1500. I don't know what is that. Maybe he wants to double attack this pawn. Can't I take? No. Let's start with queen d6, trying to keep an eye on this pawn. I have to speak. Do you do any job also? Okay, he removed the knight. Makes sense. Knight was one of the attacker of this pawn, but now he has removed the knight. Okay, we can play the rook f8. This diagonal is weak. We can use that diagonal later on. And when we get to the end game, then we can try to remove this knight from the defense of this pawn. Then we can capture this pawn. That is other option. But now he is low on time, so let's try to maximize our pressure with some of these moves. Let's try to maximize our pressure. I can go king g7. That has to be the bad. So this just tells us that we have to get into the endgame. If I goes here, then there is simple. This is check. So let's start with this check, and let's try to trade everything, right? Although there is this option. Should I try this? I think you should try this. Pin the knight. Yeah, let's pin this knight. Oh my god. I got my bishop trapped. Holy smoke. But I think we have a move. Oh my god. He didn't take, man. My bishop is trapped. I completely overlooked this. Completely overlooked this. Should have been careful. He's going to get this pawn. Maybe I will be able to capture that pawn. Let me focus now. We defended at least with rook f4. Have to be very careful. I have to put him under time pressure now. He's playing really well. So it's time to be accurate. Probably he will end up playing queen takes e4, rook takes e4, rook takes f8, rook takes f8, bc, rook takes a4. I think we are fine because these two pawns will stop these two pawns. And position will fizzle out in the equality, I guess. Yeah, it's not easy, but I think we are fine. We are out of the woods. We are out of the woods. He's taking a lot of time. I'm not saying there is any other thing other than queen takes e4 because I will capture this pawn. Akash, are you from here? I'm asking just for not take it seriously. Do you do job? Yes, brother. You can flag him. Uh, let's trade everything. Let's get this pawn rolling. Now I can take this pawn as well. Let's eliminate this as well. We are up 2 pawns in the queen endgame, and queen endgame is one of the hardest. There is no diagonal check, and we are ready to go. These 2 pawns will march down immediately. Immediately. check thing here, and everything seems to be defended. Yeah, wait. Okay. Now there is no check, and we are threatening to promote. This is the only one. What the heck, man? Oh, if I goes here, I got checkmated. Oh my goodness. Oh no, I have this move. I think we are safe. I can get out of this mess with this. I thought I'm getting checkmated, but there was a defense, luckily. Uh, any book recommendation? Yeah, if you are beginner, just try to get Woodpecker Method, 100 and games you must know, and how to reassess yourself. Let's review this game. Which job do you do? Because you look like 15 years. That's let's leave those questions. Let's keep everything inside chess. Okay, KDC is not that good. I thought that I blunders the game. Computer actually wants to capture here. Ah, because of this check, we attach the knight, and if knight goes back, then bishop is hanging. I missed that. Unacceptable at 2200. Should have been careful there. It was fine till this moment. Yeah, it was fine. Computer just wants to take here, but I don't want to allow this pawn to reach this way. That was a blunder. Oh, computer wants to start with this. Rook takes. You trade the rook. Queen takes, and now simply takes that pawn, and knight is attacked, and black wins. I don't know why did I make it a little bit complicated, and I almost got my bishop trap. That was a blunder. Look at that. Queen takes anyway. This move was out of my mind as well because the point is if he takes, there is mate as his back rank is weak. So C3 was a blunder. And I defend that via rook f4. The best move is this, but then again I captures and he just goes here, defends the knight, and bishop is not going anywhere. White wins. But he rushes with the move. Allow queen takes e4. That's just equal. Black is winning now because we are capturing a pawn and we are up 2 pawns. Can you tell me any opening for 1600, bro? Brother, that is fried liver attack, which is very good as white. You can try to win many games with that. I have won many games with the fried liver attack. Okay, let's play at my level now. Viru, are you there? Was it your ID? Good game, but always seems good moves in review. Okay, let's keep going with other 10 plus 0 rapid. My liver works here. No. I have won at least at 1800. Let's start with the Karokan this time. Okay, let's keep everything on chess. Will you marry a chess player if you become GM someday? No. If I pin that knight, there is bishop takes f7, king takes f7, and knight e5. He wins. Let's go e6. That was a nice step. By the he's 2300, and I have to be very careful. I can try to play these moves. Let's start with attacking this bishop. I have this check available. C5 looks interesting, by the way. Knight d5 is other alternative. Check and then c5. But then he will play c3. What about this move? c5 immediately. There is this annoying move. Let's start with a6. I can try to explain, but this bishop is a problematic piece. This knight is very good on e5. Let's castle. I have to bring this bishop into the game. Now this c5. c5 again looks interesting, but the problem is g5. So I think we should prepare that c5 move with queen c7. So it takes the bishop. Thank you. That bishop was a bad piece. That bishop was a bad piece. But white has the bishop pair. I have to be very careful on this diagonal. Now his idea will revolve around getting this bishop to c2, queen to d3. And we have to be very, very careful. Should I start with, should I put this way? Let's start with rook f d8, lining up against the queen. Can you play with me? Let me finish this game, then I will play against you, brother. c5 now looks interesting. Yeah, let's go for c5. Oh, he can take. And if I take, okay, it goes that way. Let's start by capturing. Let's slide the queen over to c7. Offer a rook trade, keep an eye on the bishop, defend the b2 pawn, b7 pawn, and everything seems to be fine. We are threatening to captures, and then bishop will be hanging on c4. Let's see what white is going to respond with, then we will decide what to do. White position looks interesting because these pieces are super active. Bishop is pressuring this knight as well. White is keeping an eye on this b7 pawn. Maybe I can simply go b5 to attack the bishop. But let's see what he's going to play now because we are threatening bishop. So rook takes d4, cd, and this bishop is hanging on c4 actually. And if we start with rook d1, I guess we will trade the rook once. And after rook takes d4, let's see. We will think if we get to that road. Let's see what he's going to throw first. Let's see what he's going to throw, then we will decide what to do. Can you send your request after this? Okay, let me finish this game, then you can send me the challenge. And if you guys are enjoying the games, okay, start with caption. Let's take now the bishop is hanging. I'm assuming bishop d3. Bishop d3, queen b6 looks very interesting. Just trying to attack on the queen side. Looks very interesting though. Oh, he goes this way. Let me, if I goes here, there's rook d1, which I don't want. Then where should I go? Rook d2. Again, the problem is rook d1. Let's go b5. Let's get rid of that attack on b7. And now my queen is at least free to move. At least my queen is free to move. He has the bishop pair. That is the problem. And I cannot easily attack his. No, that's a blunder. I guess. But let's go. I think it's fine. If he captures our bishop, I will take that with the knight, not with the queen. Not with the queen. And if we start with this move, then we'll take the bishop. Then we will take the bishop. And I will tell you why after bishop takes e7, you should not take that with the queen. I will tell you that. Who can tell me after bishop takes e7, if we take that with the queen e7, queen takes e7, what we will fall for? Do you hang pieces if you play too much? Yeah, of course. Everybody just hangs pieces. Okay, what is wrong with queen takes? Let me quickly recapture with the knight first. Now we have at least removed that headache that he has the bishop pair. Now we have bishop against the knight, and probably he wants to play that. Probably he wants to play that move. So I can go knight g6, but the problem is there s4, knight f5 is there. So I think we should try to improve our. Let's start with knight g6. If he goes h4, I have queen c5, defending h5. Maybe he will prepare that move with this one. Then we have queen f4, offering a free trade. And we will get into the equal ending. Let's see. If he goes bishop c2, we have queen f4. Queen f4. Maybe he can try to get in with the queen. Okay, I think we should go for queen f4, offer a queen trade. I think let's force the queen trade. Let's force the queen trade. Because we are attacking this pawn as well. Ooh. Goes for the attack on the knight anyway. Makes sense. If I take rook captures 97, he wants to trade on our terms, on his terms. Okay, not a big deal. Let's try to get the rook on the second rank now. This bishop can become problematic on this diagonal. This pawn is headache as well. So we have to be very, very careful. But we are the one actually who is controlling the d5. So I think we should start with this. If he captures, I can take, but then he can swing the rook over that. That is very good move, by the way. Very, very good. If I goes here, captures, captures, rook b4, I takes this, he takes this. Let's go for this. This is incredibly hard endgame because my king is very passive. And playing against bishop is still an annoying move. If he goes this way, then we have to trade. Because then there will be mate threat. Not mate threat, but still, if rook lands on our back rank, we will be in trouble. But I think we should be fine with this move. And now again, this is problematic. And I have to create some weaknesses. I'm not in time, man. I'm literally not in time. He is simply threatening this check, and if I goes here, there's this check wins the rook. I have to play this move, but then this pawn will become huge weakness. He can immediately try to attack that with this one. Oh, I miss these moves. G6. Let's go for G6. Takes the sting out of the move rook B8 because we have king G7. Let's take that with the knight. I guess. Now he will go here. We have to improve our knight somehow. I cannot go this way. So this looks interesting. Check king G7. I have to keep all of my pieces on the dark square because he has the light square bishop. And whenever you have these kind of situations, just try to put everything on the dark square so that the bishop can become less effective. You will take bishop if he does check. Oh yeah. That was also possibility. I missed that. Okay, anyway, let's keep going. Sometimes I can get into this tunnel vision. Okay, let's try to get the king over here. Okay, he's offering a rook trade, but I can pin that. Oh no, no, what am I thinking? If I take the pawn gets closer, which I don't want, which I don't want. Where should I go? Here? Yeah, let's go here. Let's attack the bishop. And if he goes bishop f3, then let's go back. Wow, man, this pawn is headed now. This pawn is a huge headache. He will just push this pawn. Oh my god. He found incredible resource, 2300 for some reason. 7. Now you cannot push this pawn. Okay. Should I go for this? Or should I just go for that immediately? Should I just sack this rook and get into this? But still he will have this passer. Oh, when I do have this, then check, I can pick that up. Let's go for that. King takes f2, knight d3, check, forks the king and the rook. And I will block this pawn on the dark square somehow. I can get in the way. Oh, he didn't accept, man. These guys are crazy. He didn't accept because he has a passer. And now it is very hard. Oh, my knight was hanging. Wow. My knight was hanging. This should still be a draw, but this is very hard now. Very hard. I think he wants to attack this pawn. I have to trade the rook somehow. I think knight d3 was the only move which I missed. I cannot lose this pawn. Captures. I have this move, but then simply this. Can't lose that. Now if you throw this check, king h4, rook h8. Let's spin this. The idea is to push this pawn. Check, king h4. Another check. So I have to go back. Do we have a defensive resource? We have to struggle too much. He's just improving his position. Let's push this pawn. Check is not a problem. I can just go king f6. Oh, now he's threatening this move. And if I throw this check, the pawn is lost. If I goes here at 6 is lost. I blunder. I should not have pushed this pawn, man. Fuck. This is a huge threat. King f6, I lose this pawn and lose the rook as well. Now I'm lost. Now I'm literally lost. This is losing. Should not have pushed this pawn. Fuck, man. Check. King takes. Another check. King just put this way. And now he's completely dead. There is no defense. No. Should not have pushed that pawn earlier. Still, let's try to not lose hope. Let's make it a little bit hard for him. I think he wants to get closer, but I can throw this check. King here, another check. Oh man, he is trying to get in. If I lose it, there's this check actually. Can I go here? But then he will take this with check. And if I throw another check, this is the problem. I think I should allow this check. I will go back. His rook is very passive, by the way. Now I'm threatening this check. King here. Oh, now I'm threatening this check to win that rook. So this is the only move to force the king to g5. I think I should speed up. Check. And now there is mating threat. Oh, oh man. He was watching all the way. Should I just go this way? His king was on the mating net, man. I always forgot these kind of. Let's resign the game. I always forgot that what pieces are doing what. Let's review this game. Oh man, it was so bad game by me. So sloppy. There was multiple moves where I goes wrong. Accuracy 89 versus 85, not that great. Everything was fine till this moment. Knight g6 was a blunder, but he misses the idea bishop takes e6, queen f4, and he goes h5. He didn't trade the queen on our turn. Okay, computer actually likes this move first because we are attacking the bishop. And if he goes here, then we take this pawn. And black has an edge, it's +1. Oh, I missed this in between. And best move is to play bishop b1. Then I can just take this pawn and up a pawn. There is the b1 threat to pin that bishop as well. Okay, so I missed that. I simply recaptures that pawn. Allow white to get the upper hand because his rook is well placed. Bishop is well placed. And that was good, okay move. But he declines. Now knight is hanging. Knight d3 is the only move. Defending the rook, attacking the rook. And if he goes here to attack the knight, simple. We have this move, defending the knight. And now what if he just recapture? Then we eliminate the pawn and it is a draw because he has only one pawn and we have three pawns. I have my entire knight here. It still is a draw. And I should have offered a rook trade here. I should have offered a rook trade. Rook trade leads to a draw. But I tried to activate the queen, and again, it was a draw, but this was another bad move. It allowed king to get active. And if I throw this check, this pawn is falling. And if I defend this pawn, there is this check suddenly. King has to go h4 and I lose the rook and the game as well. So it was still fine. The final blunder was this pawn to e5. I should have been careful. Just move the rook there, cut off the king, and it was a draw. There is no progress to be made. And I completely forgot that this is defended by the bishop as well. You saw rook b4. I do not have a FIDE rating. सिंह रोकने का try करना सभी को. Bro, if queen trades, bro, if queen takes pawn, gets pinned, so you lose knight. Anyway, good morning, Sirius. Good morning. It was a draw, but in these kind of position, I usually get panicked where I have only one rook and my opponent has a one extra piece. But this is actually draw. We just have to play the move, normal looking move. Just keep the rook on the fifth rank, not allowing king to get too much activity. And he is not actually attacking anything. It was a fine. Yes, Phoenix, hello, welcome to the stream. Anyway, let's keep going with other game. We take some lesson. Let's keep pushing ourselves. Let's go one e4. Let's go one e4 this time. Okay, we are facing e5, so let's try to get knight f3. And we are in for the Italian opening. Let's go c3 this time. This is the main line Jugo Piano. Best opening for 1100 ELO player, bro. Italian game. Bro, peak rating. My peak rating is 2215 in Rapid. And in Blitz, my peak rating is 2227. Okay, we are trying to expand in the center with d4. Usually black responds with knight f6 to keep an eye on this pawn. Okay, he's allowing d4 by the way. Ooh. Okay, we'll take that opportunity. Now this check. No brainer, we block with the knight c6, side knight c3. Let's go h3 actually to prevent bishop g4. And after knight f6, we can play bishop z5, but who can tell me what is the downside of playing bishop z5 after knight f6? What is the downside of playing bishop z5 after knight f6? In terms of opening, I suggest Karo-Khan, very easy and solid pawn structure opening. Yeah, for black, that's very good. Okay, he responded with knight e7. And knight g5 immediately looks very interesting. It's just attacking that pawn. Knight g5 castles, queen h5. That means mate attacking there, right? These pawns will fall, by the way. So it comes with some risk after knight g5. He can typically respond with d5. No, I don't want to take too much risk. Let's just castle, solidify our center, then we will go for the attack. He stops knight g5. Let's pick this knight out quickly. Bishop e3. I will see after the game that knight g5 was better or not. I found Scandinavian defense more effective than Karo-Khan personally. I don't think so. Don't think so. Wow, he's not castling. Let's bring this bishop out. Let's finish our development. Queen d2 next. We will connect the rooks. I'm confused in white opening. Italian is the best opening. Italian is by far one of the best opening. At any level, at any level, you can play Italian at 100 elo and you can play Italian at 3000 as well. And Italian is easy to learn as well, very solid. You will get so many chances to win the game. Okay, we are well above on clock, and I think we should keep our foot on the gas pedal to put him under time pressure as well, as he's taking long time to think what should he do. Maybe he's calculating should I push this pawns to the king side, but I think we are well developed. Okay, he's attacking our bishop this way. Sacking this bishop will be premature. Let's drop this bishop back to d3, and later we will push e5 to open up this bishop on this diagonal. And this knight on the rim is not a good piece. We can chase that knight with d4 as well. E4 as well. And if he wants to castle queen side, it will take him one, maybe bishop e6, then queen d7, but that will take him two moves. In the meanwhile, we are ready to attack him with a3, b4, d5. In the meanwhile, we are ready to attack him. Let's see what he's going to do. I can also play the move just calm move queen d2 to connect the rooks on the back rank. And then we will try to go for some sort of attack on the king side if he castle there. Probably he don't want to castle king side. That is my prediction. Because he thinks that I can go for some sack on h6. Let's see if that happens or not. Okay, he drops the bishop back. I don't know what he's trying. I think he wants to push this pawn and then flank it to this bishop. That's a very ingenious idea, by the way. Okay, let's attack this knight first. Let's take some space on the queen side as well. And discourage black from castling there. Let's go a3. Let him play this move. Not a big deal. We will go for queen d2, rook c1, and we will try to attack him on the king side somehow. We can push this pawn as well, by the way, to attack the knight. But knight will get e5 square. So keep in mind, whenever you push one of the pawns, it will leave some squares behind undefended. This pawn is nicely defending e5, so usually I don't want to give this up. And we want to prepare the push e5 to open up this light square bishop. As white, London system, both Jobava and classical along with Catalan. What is he trying, man? This guy is literally, I don't know what is he trying. Wow, crazy. Queen b3, e5, if captures, knight takes. Yeah, he takes the eye away from the move. e5, I think we should open up the center with e5, or should we prepare with that? e5 pawn captures, if I take that with the knight, okay. I really like the look of takes. Pawn takes is also fine. Yeah, let's go for this. If he captures, I will take that with the pawn. Bishop captures or fe. And after this, if I take that with the knight, or he closes that down. So this guy wants to have a fight. I don't know what he's cooking up. Let's improve our position. Let's get to c1. Let's get to c1. Queen d2. Let's connect the rook. Sorry, improve the queen and connect the rook. Knight a4, knight c4 looks very interesting as well. I think he really wants to castle queen side, but look at his pieces. Looks ugly. You didn't take any request. You didn't take my request. I'm so sorry, Kshitij. Let me finish this game, then I will play against you for sure. I think we have a simple plan of playing knight a4 and knight c5. This is a huge outpost for our knight. And once our knight lands on c5, it will attack the bishop on e6, it will attack the pawn on d7. And if we give up the bishop for the knight, that will be great. We will replace that knight with the rook. And we can quickly develop along the c5. I think this guy is a new player. No, he has joined in 2022. But still, he's playing some ugliest move. Is he trolling me, guys? Probably now he's calculating that if I castle, there is going to be some sacrifices on h6. So don't be surprised if he just puts g5. Don't be surprised if he puts g5. And actually, g5 is one of the moves. He can quickly go for g4 and try to open up my king side. But I think we have some after g5 we can drop our knight back to h7 to protect the square of g4. Yeah, now he's below 5 minutes. How he is going to able? How he will be able to keep playing in the end game? He has not entered in the middle game as well. His king is in the center of the board. Okay, he protects c5. We have to change our plan. We have to change. I can go for this pawn move still. 96. Let's improve this rook first of all now. At this level, I'm just going to play against his clock because he's really low on time. अभी ये बंदा हार के चला जाएगा. Okay, I think he wants to remaneuver this knight this way. Let's go for our plan on knight a4 and knight c5. And we will put him under pressure along the c5. अभी ये बंदा हार के चल जाएगा. चल दा. See, I said he is going for hippo-like setup. Yeah. Okay, he's ready to castle queen side, by the way. Should I open up the b file or should I get my rook over here? I think we should get our rook on c file. Other rooks goes there. Yeah, he's going to attack us on the king side. That's for sure. But I think we are ready to attack him on the c file. If he castle, that is the move rook c1. And if he goes knight f3, knight f6, who can tell me? Oh, he just closes that down. a4. Let's prepare b5. I'm just trying to discourage him from castling queen side. b6, big deal. We drop the queen back, rook back to c1 or maybe c3. We have the bishop there. It would be so sexy if I can get my knight on d6. Right? In order to get my knight on d6, I have to get my knight on f5. But f5 is well protected by 3 pieces. This game is yours, bro. Let's see. Let's see. Dilkil says, how much opening do you know? I know many openings, but not by heart. I can handle like almost 10 to 15 openings, but I don't know all of the openings by heart. Italian, Karokan, these are my main openings. Nimjo Indian Defense is one of them. And sometimes Sicilian. These are the main openings of mine. I don't want to help him. I don't want to trade yet. I can just improve my position. You know what? Let's improve this bishop. Let's keep all the pieces on the board. He will get confused. He will get confused if we keep all of the pieces on the board. I have to be very careful not to allow him to land his knight on e4. That will be 4, but we can develop along the c5. Then we can prepare b5. Knight h4 is there. Okay, he's threatening that knight to damage our pawn structure. Let's defend that knight with the bishop. Now he is speeding up. Makes sense. Makes sense. Knight f5 is actually a very good move. Yeah, he's making some good move now. I think we have to ignore knight f5. If I goes here, then he can remove this knight, then he can capture that pawn on d4. So probably I should play along the c5 now. Although c5 is completely closed, but we can open it up with b5. You can develop the rooks, yeah. I find Scandinavian a bit disgusting. Just don't like the Scandi position. Bro, your position is looking good. Yeah, my position is also fine. Look, c1 is coming now. He's down to 2 minutes. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's the sabun slow, right? SK Movies, yes, brother. Hello, welcome to the stream. Good morning. And if you guys are enjoying the stream and the games, you know how you can support this channel. You can become a member of this community by subscribing it. Let's see. Okay, I think he's getting out of the moves. But knight f5 is one of the moves. You can develop okay, castles. He end up castling. Should I just sack this bishop? Hg, queen takes g5. I don't think. Let's just don't try to be fancy. Let's play sound chess. Can you play a game with me, Arjun? But you, I can play, but you have to wait for longer time. I will have to play against Chitij after this game. What's your FIDE rating, bro? I do not have a FIDE rating, brother. After this match, he will play with me. Yeah, yeah, I will play with Chitij. Okay, just don't try to be fancy at the end. Because you never know when this guy can end up playing like Magnus in times Campbell if I sack this. No. Yeah, now he's under 40 seconds. I don't know. Why is he playing rapid? He should play some like classical chess. 30 minutes. He did not give me any kind of fight. Anyway, we will take this. Now there is no chance. Hell win. Yeah, yeah. Now there is no chance. Literally. Black as that. There is no chance. 18 seconds. Our position is completely solid as well. Our position is completely solid. Let's go. Okay, it seems to be he's playing only rapid. He has lost multiple games recently. What is his highest pick? His highest pick is 2300. Anyway, we win the game. Let's go, GG. Free elo, and we are at our highest peak, 2217. Okay, I have one mistake. Let's actually review this game. And Kshitiz, can you tell me which one is your ID? Can you tell me which one is your ID? Accuracy is not that great, but still fine. 79. Where did I go wrong actually? Okay, B4. Computer wants to. This throw this check, and we are winning the knight with D5. Oh, so I missed the completely. What if he goes here? Just bang, sack the knight, and you get the knight back. What is the mark for this? This. The bishop is hanging, the knight is hanging. He can't capture this bishop because rook is undefended as well, and white wins on the spot. So I missed that check, to be honest. Okay, after this move, knight a4 was second inaccurate. This is kind of human move. Computer wants to go queen c2. Again, computer wants to take that with the pawn. But usually you takes the outpost with another piece. Rook c1 is a miss. Computer wants to go knight s4 to stop knight f5. Makes sense. Anyway, we get the win. Kshitij, which one is your ID? Bro, did you had a coach or self-taught? I'm self-taught player, brother. I have never spent any amount of money on chess coaching. I just purchased the chess.com membership. Brother Kshitij, if you're not going to tell me which one is your ID, how can I accept your challenge? Someone is sending me the challenge with the username hacker. Is this your ID? Okay, he is not telling me, so I'm going to accept this. I hope that this is the guy who wants to play against me. This is Kshitij. Yeah, I guess it's Kshitij because we have already played one stuff. I'm Kshitij, bro. Okay, okay, make your move. C4. So he opts for this is okay. English opening. Okay, let's go knight f6. Let's go knight f6. E3. D6. Let's try to set up. Let's try to choose a setup with the king's Indian defense. G6, bishop G7, castle, and either we push C5 or either we push E5. C5 or E5. Let's start by castling. We can prepare E5 push as well with the move to E1. Yeah, let's go to E1. Let's try to prepare E5. Other alternative is to play the move knight D7 first. Yeah, let's bring this knight out as well. And now we are fully prepared to play the move E5. We are fully prepared to play the move E5. If he takes, I can take that with the knight to keep these pawns intact, or I can take that with the pawn as well. I guess I will take that with the pawn to keep control over these two squares. Bro, may I play after this? Legend of NBS is my ID. Okay, brother, after this game, you can send me the challenge, but I will not be on the stream for too longer. After this game, I will play against you only. Then we will end the stream and we will have the stream at the evening. Okay, now this is a huge outpost for the knight. Knight can jump on d5 and it can jump on d5. Which move prevents both of these moves? Who can tell me? Which move prevents knight d5 and knight b5 as well? But then you had to play with me, right? Arjun. Okay, let's see. C6 actually. We kill two birds with one stone. We prevent knight b5, we prevent knight d5. And now we can try to remaneuver our pieces. Knight c5 is one of the moves to attack this bishop. We can go queen e7. We can play knight f8 as well. And later on, knight f8 is one of the good moves. Knight f8, yeah, let's go knight f8. I like the look of knight f8. Later on, it can go to e6, then to d4. Or sometimes it can also go to f4. It depends on the position. Other alternative was to play the move knight c5, but knight c5 runs into d4. But maybe we can take that. Yeah, knight c5 was one of the moves. He has to drop the bishop back. We could have traded the queen, but it's fine. I usually don't want to trade too many pieces in the opening or early mid game. So let's keep everything on the board. And now he takes eyes off from e4, e5 pawn, which allow us to play the move knight e6, and we can fulfill our plan to play the move knight e4. Earlier, this knight is keeping an eye on the move on the pawn on e5, and if I play the move knight e6 here, he can actually grab that pawn. I will show you that line. Okay, he goes back. I don't know what is the idea. Maybe I was attacking, or I was attacking that bishop as well. But now this is hanging. Oh, why didn't I take this bishop here? Tunnel vision, guys. Why didn't I take that bishop right there? So knight d2 in itself is just a blunder because it hangs the bishop on d3. I didn't see that. Maybe tiredness is getting over me. Okay, let's see how we can improve our position. This should be completely winning now. He hangs the knight. We are ready to play the move. Knight takes e4 if one of the knight moves. Okay, he defends this pawn, but now there is knight d4. But there is rook e3, and it seems that our queen can get trapped. So let's go for other knight f4. Let's go other side. Knight f4. My idea was to play the knight d4, but actually knight d4, rook e3 traps the queen. Queen does not have any escape move square after rook e3. So we suggest to play knight f4. Yes, queen may be trapped. Yeah, so let's go other side, knight f4 now. Knight seems to be fine now. Everything looks interesting. We are kind of pressuring this side of the board. At here, we can even sack this knight on s3, gh, queen takes s3, followed by knight g4. I think we are fine. He offers a queen trade. Should I trade the queen or should I go for this sack? I like the look of knight takes s3 sack. So let's go for that. Because we are already up a piece, so we can sack one of the piece back. And even if our attack didn't work, we will be fine. We will be up 2 pawns. We will have to waste some move to get queen back into the game. But we did not go for knight d4. Now this is winning for us. Knight g4 is coming. Bishop is hanging. And after bishop g3. Actually, I really like the look of bishop g4, bishop f3. Yeah, that is also interesting option. Yeah, we are threatening knight g4 or maybe bishop g4. Bishop is under attack, so I don't think there is any other alternative bishop g3. He can eliminate this knight, but that will only help us. Knight g4 doesn't threaten anything, as the knight and bishop both are protecting h2. So let's start with bishop g4. Let's start with bishop g4. We are attacking the queen, and if queen moves, I think then bishop f3 ends the game. So I think only move is to play f3. Only move is to play f3. Then we will attack the queen first with rook 88, queen e2. Then we will move the bishop. Let's see. We will get that. For some reason, there is no mate for the moment because knight and bishop both are protecting this. And even if okay, he finds f3, very good. Finds f3. This sack is premature because queen takes and he will defend everything. So let's start with in between move rook d8 to attack the queen. Let's see where he's going to move the queen. Then we will decide what to do. What is this move? Brother, your queen. Huh? Bishop was well defended by the knight. I was not threatening to take. I thought that, oh, I think that bishop is hanging, I guess. Yeah, but bishop was well defended by the knight. You hang your queen. And now bishop takes f3 is a move. Now bishop takes f3 followed by queen g2 is a threat. And this rook is hanging as well. Now it is almost over. Yeah, this is almost over. Now there is no. He can try to prolong the game with rook takes. And after bishop takes e3, there is knight e3 to defend the g2 square. Yeah, he can try to prolong the game. He did go for that. Bishop takes f3. We are attacking the rook as well. So there's there's alternatively rook b2. There is rook d2. Finds that. But this check ends the game, I guess. Check. You can't go there. King f2 is the only move. Then we have this move. Check. King e3. Knight g4 check. King d3. Rook d8. That's it. Now finally we are winning this game. The game is over basically. King f2 is the only move. Or maybe knight g3 is there. Yeah, knight g3 is also there. But he goes for king f2. Is he stream sniping, guys? Is he stream sniping? This is the only move now. And then there is rook d8 check. Knight g3. Knight g3 is one of the move. Knight g3 was one of the move. Now d8 check. King goes there. We can win everything. We can erase everything from the board now. Starting the rook takes d2. What are you thinking? This is the only move. Actually, he can go knight d5. Since my queen is hanging, okay, he goes for knight d5. But anyway, it will not help you because of this check. I can just capture this. He takes that. I will take this with check, and then we will take that rook. Yeah, let's go for this. Let's give him some time to be happy. Okay, he didn't go for that. He did not go for that. I thought that he will just go there. He didn't allow us to go there. Should I throw this check? I think we should throw this check. Now this is a move. Zil, you are too strong for a 1250. Now where will you move this? We take this. It should be mate in a couple of moves, but still this guy is finding some of the resources. He is not allowing me to end the game on the spot. I think there is now king e3. Bishop takes e4, rook takes f2. He's still in the game, I guess. He is still in the game. But I will go back. He goes there. Let's capture this with check. Jill cooks 2k plus on daily basis. Doesn't play with me. Zeal is undercover grandmaster, guys. He is undercover grandmaster. Let's throw one more check. Now this king is, I think, in mating net. It should be mate in a couple of moves. This or this or this. These are the three moves, and we'll deliver mating. Didn't we played yesterday, Zeal? Play today. Now this king should be in mating net. Oh, he find this move. Oh, actually, this is a very good move. Where will you move the queen? I want to threaten mate, so I don't want to get into this. Let's go here. Let's try to get the queen to other side. This is defended by the knight. Knight is defended by the queen. He can try to win with the move rook takes f2. Queen takes f2, then he will take that bishop. But that bishop, or maybe this knight will be hanging in that position as well. I think he will lose on time. Will not give me the chance to throw checkmate. He's taking a lot of time, and he is successfully prolonging the game as well. So it's not easy to throw checkmate. He will take that because his king is out in the open. Oh, he didn't take. Let's throw this check now. Rook c3. There is this check. If he goes here, then I can throw this check. I don't want to allow the king to get there. And after this, there should be mate. Oh, this guy is still finding some of the moves. There should be mate. Let's start with this check. If he can, oh, that's a blunder. That's a blunder. Okay, we can get the rook back. Oh, I completely misses that. That is well defended. Now that is that check. I think he will lose on time. He will not allow me to deliver checkmate. That's for sure. Knight Knight d2 is very good defensive move, by the way. Just trying to eliminate this, defending the rook, and everything is fine. Knight d2. Knight d2 is very good defensive. We find other defensive move. Let's go this check. Now this check. Look at this guy is literally so annoying. So annoying. He has only 9 seconds. Okay, anyway. He bought entire time. Check. Wow, look at that. He defend at 6 actually. He defend at 6. How long will you go for? At the end, with 1.7 second on the clock, we deliver meat. Dilgi bro, will you play bullet with me? I will try Rakesh Gupta. You have to wait, brother. It was a nice game, well fought by my opponent, but it was very annoying. It was literally very annoying. Okay, now I have to play against this guy. He was waiting for so many times. Legends of. Hey, you said versus me. Who is this then? Is this your ID, Arjun? If this is not your, then I will play after this game. But the problem against playing with the viewers is they are taking all of the times. They are taking entire 10 minutes to finish the game, which is kind of very annoying. And this guy seems to be well prepared as well. Okay, let me just finish this game. After this, I will play against you. Then we will end the stream. No more game after that because I have to go for my lunch. And if you guys are enjoying these games, you can become the member of this community by subscribing. Our community is growing slowly, but it is going very good. We are close to 4,000. If we get to the 4,000 in a couple of days, that will be very good. That will be very good. Let's see if we can get that. White is fine here. He can just capture this pawn. We will recapture with the pawn. Knight c6. He can throw this check as well. We are ready to castle, by the way. Okay, let's castle. We defend that pawn. Makes sense. Actually, I like the look of that, but we are behind in development, I guess. Oh, he just removed that. Now I'm double attacking this knight. Okay, he defend that as well, but now this wins the piece. He can push this pawn. Wow. He's finding some moves. If I goes back, then there's this move. Knight will still be hanging, but then he will move the knight, and this pawn can become weakness in long run. Let's go here. Knight is still hanging. The pawn is defended. Where will you move the knight? Oh, actually, this is a very good move. Attacking the bishop, attacking the pawn. I have to go back to c5. Okay, anyway, let's try to precise. How was my game, bro? You played really well, brother. I blundered my queen. I did see that. I played that game with the accuracy of 74. Yeah, you played really well. That game was very annoying. You were very annoying, by the way. Okay, he goes back with the knight. There is this but simple g3 knight is also defending that. Let's just bring this knight into the game. Castle, e5. E5 actually closes this bishop down, but I want to open up this bishop. Now queen g4, bishop h3, one of the ideas. And kind of we are preventing f4 as well. We have enough defender on f4. He's trying to chip away on the other side of the board. Let's take. Let's allow that knight to come back into the game. He can go knight b5, so let's stop that. This is there, but that is not that much annoying. I can just move my queen back to G5. Not to G6 because you never know when you can get into this shove. Let's go B5. There is knight D5, which looks interesting now. But again, there is queen G5, knight B6, knight B6. We move the rook, attack the knight. He will be able to capture our bishop, but that will be fine. दिलकी bro rated खेलोगे मेरे साथ? No brother, I'm so sorry for that. I'm so sorry for that. There's no check, no knight C7. Knight B6 is one of the move trying to eliminate that bishop, which he can go for. Whoa, 2200. Yes, we are getting close to 2300. Zeal is really dumb and overrated. I'm also 21. Wow, that's great. He's attacking the knight. Okay, let's defend that. That's great, Swastik brother, but I cannot play rapid. I cannot play rated game. And anyway, after this game, I will play against only one guy. That is Arjun. Me 4 moves into playing with Jill. I'm finding this position very uncomfortable. I'm so sorry, brother. I'm streaming from 2.5 years. 2.5 years, 2.5 hours, or maybe 2 hours almost. And I'm feeling hungry now. I have to go for my lunch. And the problem is this, like these kind of things. Your opponent will take a long time, which makes sense. He's lower rated, so it's completely fair that he has the luxury to take his time. Ooh, what is this sack? Hmm, I can take that, and I can defend this bishop. Oh, he can take that twice. Oh, I missed that. Oh, so actually this is the double attack. He attacks the bishop, and he double attack the knight as well. Wow, that's a great defensive resource. I don't think after this move we have any other alternative. Maybe there was knight a5, but then again there is queen a4 attacking the knight back. Here a maybe knight a5 was a little bit better, but I didn't give enough attention to this move. I thought that I can just defend my bishop, and he has to give up the rook at least if he wants to get 2 pieces. Yeah, rook takes c6, bishop takes, queen takes. Okay, let's try to get some activity with rook takes b2. We are attacking that knight, so he can't take this. He can take this, but we will get our piece back. But white has this monster passer, so don't be surprised if I lose this game. Don't be surprised if I lose this game because white seems to be fine. Now the bishop is hanging, but he allowed me to just get that pawn. What am I missing? I think this ends the game. Queen d2 ends the game, right? I think queen d2 ends the game. We are threatening mate, so he's not in time to capture this bishop. Hours, yes. Bro, I'm going to take bath. I will come after 30 minutes. Bye. क्षितिज, after 30 minutes, there will be no stream. I'm not stopping you from taking a bath. You can go there, but I'm just trying to say that we are going to end the stream after one more game against the Arjun. And again, if you guys are enjoying these games, you know what you can do. Just smash that. Okay, he defends, but this is not going to help him. I can take this with a check, and I can go back with mate threat one more time. And now the bishop is also defended. So the game is over. I don't think there was any defense after this. Rook f2 we just takes with mate attack. Yeah, we just takes. And there is no knight. This is just mate. Zizi, Arjun, are you there? You can send me a challenge now. I had 1.4 advantage. 5 moves against Zeal, but all of the moves I can think of are losing according to Inchen. Wow. So, Abhishek. कैसे खेल रहे हैं संजीव मामा? अभिषेक कैसे खेल रहे हैं? हु इज अभिषेक? Arjun, yes. Which one is your ID, brother Arjun? If you are on the stream, make sure to send me the challenge for unrated 10 plus 0. Bro, I missed the fact that you could take the check. With check, I'm weak compared to. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. You will get that. Kshitij, you called Jill the Great Dumb. चेस कैसे खेल रहे हैं? चेस कैसे खेले ऐसे बोले? Just make your moves. Arav Batra. Arav Batra. Brother, you are sending me the challenge for rated game. I'm going to send you the challenge for unrated, brother. I cannot play rated games against the viewers. So let's play unrated. I have sent you the challenge. Brilliant move. Yeah, there was a brilliant move. I think that queen d2 was the brilliant because we hang the bishop for the meeting attack. PCGFI play with me, brother. Mini Magic. I'm so sorry. I cannot play more games after this one because I have to go for my lunch. I have to go for my lunch. And if you guys are watching this stream and finding it a little bit helpful for you, you can give me a sub and support this channel. Bro, are you there? What are you doing? Why are you not accepting my challenge? I did not receive any challenge. What, Arabatra? I've sent it that. Okay, then you can send me a challenge again. Send me a challenge on yourself, brother. Again, you are sending a challenge for rated game. Why are you forgetting? You have to send me a challenge for unrated. Unrated. I have liked and subscribed. Wow, that's great, scammer. Thank you, scammer. Thank you very much. But your name itself has scam. Then how should I trust you? Your name itself has scam in your name, so I should not trust you. Okay, anyway, let me play against this guy. This guy is waiting for a long time, so I have to play against Arjun. I'm so sorry I cannot play against you. Arjun, are you there? If you are there, send me the challenge, brother. No, Jeep Harax, Gifrax. Gifrax, I'm so sorry I cannot accept your challenge. I'm really, really, really very sorry. Arjun, brother, where are you? By the way, now we are going nicely up. We have already crossed 2100 in Blitz. Still, we are 100 points behind our peak rating in Blitz as well. But it's nice to have. Please send once again the challenge. Play with me, brother. Oh, can you comment your username? Can you comment your username? Then I can send you the challenge. Bro, I hit 2-4-1 for positive. Wow, that's great. 1v1 me, 2000 behind. No, I have to play against this guy first. He is waiting for a long time. I cannot break his trust. Double A, R A V, B A T. Okay, here it is. Brother, I have sent you the challenge for unrated game. Accept this immediately now. Okay, make your move. You are white. Okay, E4. Let's play the Karo Khan this time. Let's play the Karo. Let's see how we can hold this guy with the Karo Khan defense. Usually we start with C6, then it goes D5. White has many options like E5. He can capture on D5. He can go for the exchange. Knight C3, Knight D2 is other alternative as well. Okay, he chooses to play the exchange variation. We just recapture with the pawn. We just recapture with the pawn. And usually we create some imbalance. We do not have the C pawn. White does not have the E pawn. And we will have two, white will have 3 on 2 on the queen side in the NEM. And we will have the 5 on 4 on the king side and the middle of the board. We start with Knight C3 to attack this pawn. We start with Knight C3 to attack this pawn. And now let's see what white is going to respond with. Typical response for white is to play C3 to solidify this pawn and creating this nice little pawn chain which will aim towards. Now we start with Knight F6. Someone was barking. Where? I didn't listen. Okay, F4. I have never seen F4 in this position. Maybe his idea is to play knight F3, then to cement one of the knight on E5. Here we can play the move bishop Z4 to attack the queen, but that is very annoying move, which is to go queen B3 to attack this pawn. This is the last. Let's go queen the bishop Z4 anyway. I beat him 1-0. Wow. Okay, he did go for queen B3. Okay, this pawn is well defended by the knight, so let's meet queen B3 with queen B6. Let's offer a queen trade. If he captures, we will have the open A file for our rook, which is a little bit advantage for us. Okay, he wants us to capture that. He wants us to capture that, which I'm not going to do. Let's keep this standoff between the queens alive. I did like 3 billions a day. Wow, that's great. Okay, finally he captures. So let's take AB. We have the open A file. Yeah, these pawns look clumsy. This is like double isolated pawn, but this is not that bad. It's fine, completely fine. Let's play bishop D6. We are ready to castle. We can develop along the A file. Let's castle. Let's start by castling. Queens have been traded off, but apart from queen, all of the pieces are still on the board. So there is a lot of play remain. There is a lot of play. And now we have to think, what should I do? I want to start pushing this pawn, but that's not easy. Let's play knight a5. Let's play knight a5. Scammer, what is your rating? I gained 400 elo in puzzle rapid and bullet this summer. Wow, that's great. Another day, maybe G. Okay, he's attacking our bishop. Well played. I can remove this knight, but I guess he will take that with the f pawn, and he will get the semi-open f file as well. I can drop this bishop back as well. I can leave that bishop hanging. That is also an option. Hmm. I really don't want to give this bishop up yet. So let's start with, okay. Let's go bishop h5. Let's see what he's going to play. Then we will decide where to give this bishop up or not. I get brilliant in bullet and blitz easily, but getting in rapid is another level. Yeah, yeah. Because you will start thinking many things that if I sack this, will I win or not? But in blitz and bullet, you just play with your instinct. You just play with your instinct. Okay, let's start with the move. Rook e8 now. This bishop is not harming anything on this diagonal, and we are double attacking this knight now. We are double attacking this knight. If he goes bishop f4, which he did play, now this bishop is undefended, so there can be some sort of tactics related to that. But for the moment, I'm not seeing any of them. Let's go d8. Let's defend this bishop. Let's defend this bishop. I really want to play the move knight c4, but he has two attackers there, which I don't like. Bishop e2 is very good move, by the way. Yeah, I like the look of bishop e2. Then it can control c4 as well. Let's start with bishop e2. Probably he will play rook e1. Knight c6 looks good. Knight c6. Yeah, knight c6 looks interesting. I don't want. Let's go back. At least we have induced this one, so he will not put pressure on the f file. Knight c6 looks interesting. Captures, pawn captures. We will fix our pawn structure. But he's playing very well according to his rating. I think this is his second ID. But he has joined in 2023. Let's see if he plays in this ID or not. There are plenty of games. There are plenty of games he has lost against 400 in 1833 moves. And he's playing really well against me. So I have to be very careful. Nice, let's play. Okay, let's see what he's going to play now. Okay, probably he's preparing h3 g4 ideas. Okay, let's bring this knight back into the game. I'm not scared of g4. I'm not scared of g4 because we can top this bishop back, and if he captures, we have hg, and we are fine. And we are fine. He captures. Let's take it back. If he captures, we just recapture. We just recapture. Alternatively, we have this option. Let's take this. The knight is defending my rook. So actually, that's not hanging. Let's take this back. He will play rook e1 to attack my knight. We will go back with the knight to f6. Yeah, let's go back to knight f6. And then we can play the move bishop g6 now. Looks interesting. Now this is the equal endgame. He has managed to equalize, and his position is fine. This bishop is kind of active, and rook is controlling the only open file on the board. Rook is kind of controlling the only open file. Ooh. Oh, he misses z5. I think he misses the idea of z5. Incredible. My back rank was weak, but I think we were fine even after the g5. I don't know what is the idea behind this move. He's stopping this, or should I just offer a trade with this move? Hmm. He has that passer. He has 4 on 3, so we can get into trouble after this trade. Let's keep the rooks on the board. He has 4 on 3. That is the problem, and his rook is active on the 7th rank. I'm getting outplayed. I'm literally getting outplayed. I can make one of the pawn isolated. I can swing over this way. Is this guy going to beat me? It looks like he's winning. Wow, 700 is beating 2200. Can you guys believe that? Can you guys believe that? Wow, 700 is beating 2200. App name, hello GM. I'm playing against Undercover Grandmaster or I'm playing against Starfish. He lost as well. Cheater for sure. I don't want to comment on these things. You guys can wow, look at that mobile, just protecting that pawn and creating connected passer. Creating connecting passer. Wow man. I'm sure that this guy doesn't know about the passer and he's playing the best move. If I capture, he will get the connected passer. We have to go. We do not have any option. Or I think I can ignore this. Let's try to improve the knight first. I can ignore this for one move. Because if he captures, I can recapture this pawn and then he will have double pawns, and double pawns are like easier to stop. I'm Leeches 2150 lol. This is literally my little bro's account. Then why are you playing in this one? Don't you play on chess.com? Okay, tell me your username on Leeches. We will play there. He is not sitting. He missed meet in 1-2 moves. What? Wait. No. Wow, he knows that he didn't miss mate. And you knows that he missed mate. Wow. How? Okay, then why are you stream sniping, Arjun brother? Wait, I'll tell you after game. Okay, okay. You should not stream snipe. You are stream sniping. You are watching the stream. That means you are watching my moves as well, which is considered as cheating. Which is considered as cheating. I think I will be able to save the draw now because my knight is into the game now. Okay, okay, I'll leave. Yeah, that's the right. Yes, back rank 2 times he missed. Brother, there was no mate. Okay, he attacks my knight. Very good move, by the way. I have to push this pawn. That is very good one of the good move. I was threatening to take this pawn, but now my knight is hanging. I can take this, he will take my knight, I can take that. If he takes this, then I will take this one. Still he will have a knight. We can try to hold that position, but let's try to be solid. Let's defend this. And we have to attack the base of this pawn chain. If we can do that, then we will be able to save the draw. And let's see where the back was made. My back rank is defended by the knight. I don't think there was any time where there was back rank. He goes here, I goes here. G5 is one of the moves. But then I think we have knight d7. But even if you go g5, we can take this bishop. And if you take my knight, I will take that with the pawn, create g6, g7. And it's very hard to find the move. Let's go f5. It was there, check review. No, I don't think there was any time where there was a back rank need. Wow, brother is 2150. Can you guys believe that brother is 2150? Who will hang this port? Knight is protecting f4. No back rank. That's why I'm low elo. The entire idea of pushing f5 was to throw this check. Anyway, even if you are 2150 on leases, you are close to 2000 on chess.com. You are close to 2000 on chess.com. So you have to see this. I think he played really well till this moment. That was insane blunder. This is the insane blunder. And I think this is the only bad move of the entire game by White. All of the moves was like reasonable apart from this one. We will review this game. Let's review this actually. Or maybe he gives me some chance to get my knight back into the game. Accuracy is not that great, 76, but White has an edge. F4 was inaccurate. I don't know what was the idea. We get into this game. Castling was inaccurate. And after that point, Rose starts playing really well. There is no mate, back rank is defended. And computer actually likes f6 here to defend the knight like that. I goes knight f6. Who will play bishop c8 in this position? Literally, who will play bishop c8? If your opponent play bishop c8 in this position, it's time to file a lawsuit against that guy. Just scam that guy. G4 reasonable. Captures rook e7 inaccurate. C5 is another bad move. I don't know why. Computer just wants to go here and trade the rooks. But I thought that he will have 4 on 3. And it is going to be very hard. He can create a passer quickly with b4 and a5. Stockfish and Magnus or he can't. Why is bishop c8 good? Yeah, we will see that. Can we play match ID? No, I cannot do more game. Let's see why bishop c8 is the best move. Why bishop c8 is the best move right here. Let's turn on the engine. It's winning for white. It's +2. So the line goes like bishop g6. Ah, look at the idea. The idea is to support this pawn. And white is threatening to go a5, ba, and then he can push this pawn. And let's say after this move, you play the move b8 to attack the bishop. Bishop b7 attacks the pawn. And it's not easy to defend this pawn. If you goes here, he will take this pawn, and again, this is a passer. White will get the rook behind the pawn, and this pawn is just going. This is now protected. That is the idea. Wow, look at how deep is the idea of bishop c8. Basically, the idea of bishop c8 is to get this bishop on b7 so that the bishop will defend the promotion square on A8. Wow. So the all everybody will play the move rook D8 to counter attack this bishop. Now bishop B7 hits the pawn. How will you defend the pawn? The best move is rook B8. If you push, that's bad because he can take sticks and now he has a passer. Again, if he goes here, sorry, let's say he goes this way. Let's say he just pulls this pawn. White has this pawn. Rook B8, A6. Big deal. Rook A1 and A7 is coming. Game over. So the idea is this one to get the bishop on B7 to protect the promotion square. Crazy. If you are Magnus, then you can find this. If you are not, then time to scan you. There was no back rank. And here it is a draw with rook d7. But again, I don't like this position because still white has 4 on 3 on the queen side. And my king is not that much active. And it's white to move. He can get his king closer. And then he can push d4, a5, can create a passer, which can be problematic. That's why I decided to keep the rooks on the board. But now white has clear advantage. But I think he rushes with the move. The best move is b4. You get 2 passer. Then you push these pawns, and now you are winning completely. Okay, goes this way. b4 was white is still winning. It's plus 3.7. King h2 was missed. I don't know why he goes there. He should have just improved his position of the rook, maybe. The best move is knight b3. Yeah, just get the knight back into the game, attack this pawn. But he starts making some inaccurate move. Back-to-back inaccuracy. This is another inaccurate. And computer likes the knight c1. What is the idea of knight c1? To stop knight b3. Wow, man. Who will play knight c3 to get that knight from the complete back rank? And it's very hard to get this knight back into the game. We have to remember the knight like knight a2. c4 reasonable, f5, and he blunders f4. Give a request. I'm so sorry, Srinivasan. I cannot play more game. It was the last game. Now I'm going for my lunch. Pragnanda is the Norway chess champion. Yeah, we knows that. Anyone wanna play? ये 7 rating का player है, yes. Okay, that's enough for this time. I will be streaming again at the evening, guys, at 5 p.m. So if you are interested in watching that stream, you can subscribe to the channel. You can come back there. I will see you in the next stream. Bye bye. Have a good night. Sorry, bye. Have a good night. Basically, I have the practice of saying good night, basically. Anyway, have a good day. Have an excellent rest of your day. I will see you in the next stream. Bye bye.